Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope y'all are doing well. I'm back. I'm back. And yes, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. You heard it here. You heard it here. I already missed the opportunity for Seth Rollins, even though I was saying it in my live streams, but I never made a video specifically about Seth Rollins to explain how I knew that he wasn't injured, and that was a whole work. But you see, majority of people fell for it. But at the same time, I was the one telling people that he was never hurt because I seen what happened and what went down. And I was the one who predicted him to come back at SummerSlam. So now I'm like, let me get on this one because something is definitely strange and odd about this Naomi pregnancy. And it's way too much of a coincidence for us to just believe and just do it. I knew that it's sad because people claim to know Mr. H's booking. They claim to know how creative work, but then they constantly get worked by stuff that he does all the time. And what do I mean by what he does all the time is the way that he treats minorities on the card. He always treats minorities really bad, makes them look bad, never books them good, and makes them look extremely weak. So it's not a coincidence Naomi couldn't have a good title run and actually keep it for a while and do something. Oh, what a coincidence. She magically gets pregnant and then she has to announce it in front of everyone, even though she really didn't announce it, literally played a video. And oh, what a coincidence. Now she has to give her title up and be gone forever off something that's not even probably more than likely not even real. This is not a real pregnancy, guys. Come on. Naomi was already being booked terrible. As a champion, she was being booked weak and terrible. Her heel change was terrible. Every time Mr. Ace turns somebody heel, he ruins their character and he makes them look weak. He did it to John Cena. He did it to Becky Lynch. He did it to Naomi. He basically turned Naomi into a stereotypical black woman. And people, oh, I love this. Oh, I like the new Naomi. But they don't realize that it's a stereotype that she was made into. Naomi is just loud, ignorant, rude, can't be trusted. Come on, these are all black woman stereotypes. See, he didn't want her to look good and look positive and look great like a Tiffany Stratton. Notice that Tiffany Stratton didn't have to turn heel and all of a sudden become evil and become weak as a heel. Notice she's still a face and still gets booked strong as hell and gets protected. Naomi got to constantly do triple threats all over the place to get these weak wins, while Tiffany just steadily gets booked in singles matches and she wins clean, even going clean over people like Jade Cargill. Another black woman who was written off the card for months for an injury that wasn't real. Now here go Naomi finna get written out for months for a pregnancy that is not real. He did the same thing to Bianca. Now Bianca written off for months over a hand injury that isn't real. How is she really injured, but then she's still getting thrown in special guest referee matches and then disappear again? He never had nothing planned for Bianca. Bianca is written off a kayfabe injury. He doesn't care about them. Okay, let me take a sip of this coffee. He doesn't care about them. He never books them good. He didn't even have any black women on Raw until Naomi won the title and went over there. But meanwhile, Sami Zayn, he could just switch for no reason and get all his clout. Sami Zayn gets booked better than Naomi. It got to switch for nothing. Just like LA Knight. Come on, these people jumping for nothing and they getting more attention. Naomi literally had to win Money in the Bank and get the title just to switch. And now literally was the only black woman on Raw. Now there's no black women on Raw again. Now, let me start throwing out the coincidences to you guys so y'all can have a better understanding of knowing this is all fake. It's kayfabe. It's not real. She's not really pregnant. This was just a way so Mr. H doesn't take the heat and the blame for how he obviously books them like trash. He books all minorities like trash. Like EO had a trashy run. Look what he's doing with EO after her being a champion. Getting rolled up by Roxanne Perez. Now putting Rhea Ripley as her friend and making her fight her own friends who are Asian just like her. And you see, he made it out of nothing. He literally made it stupid. There was no reason for EO to do what she did to Asuka and them. But now she's beefing them. Gym. See, you're not booked well. You're not moving on to nothing. And we know Rhea gonna eventually beat her like how Rhea and them broke Bianca's WrestleMania streak. Come on, man. Mr. H does not care about them. I mean, Naomi, the whole time Naomi had the championship, why in the world is Naomi getting this much praise and attention when she's finna leave, but when she had the title and before any of this was said, she didn't get this much time and attention without something dumb or stupid happening to her? Come on, man. Wake up, y'all. This is all kayfabe. Now Mr. H can sit there and say, hey, look, I like black people. Look, I gave a black woman a title, but I literally wrote her off. So now you don't think it's me. You think it's Big Jim. I knew all of this was going to happen before it happened. I knew it. I'm like, watch everybody be talking about Big Jim. Watch how nobody put two and two together and be like, wow, something is strange about this. Naomi was never booked well. Her heel turn was not good. Yeah, she made the best out of it, like Becky Lynch. But it wasn't a good look and a good character for her. Again, you basically turned her into an evil, stereotype, typical black woman. You didn't make her to anything positive or anything good. And then once she turned evil and messed up her character, oh, here, you could get a title. You could do something now that you're evil and you're bad and you're being book weak because you're a heel. All the heels are book weak as hell. Look at the MFTs. Man, look at the MFTs, book weak as hell, and they're all heels. Solo getting rolled up by Sami Zayn, they're weak as hell, even when they're outnumbered. Just like I knew Seth wasn't injured. I knew Seth wasn't injured because honestly, Seth is the most favorite person out of this whole storyline between all of them. Notice when Seth was gone, all of a sudden Braun and them did start getting beat up. But soon as Seth come back, now they beating up everybody, doing everything. See, they were book trash too. Bronson and Braun Breaker were book trash before this faction even happened, and nothing has changed. And then look at last week. Oh, we're going to let Roman Reigns come back and get a one-up on them because they've been getting beat up all the time, and we keep making excuses for people in them and not be there. So we're going to let Roman get a one-up, but LA Knight chases Seth Rollins off into the audience, so Seth doesn't have to get any of the beating. The beating went to Bronson. So here it goes. It's finna be Roman Reigns, who also got booked wrong, booked terrible, watered down under Mr. H. Nothing. Moved to Raw so he can get away from the rest of his family, so he can brawl against a fake bloodline, right? With Jimmy Uso, with Jay Uso. Number one, Big Jim and Naomi have never ever been talked about this much and given this much praise until now. Big Jim and Naomi were never even shown together and never even acted like they were together. But for now, all of a sudden, they want you to care if she's pregnant by him. But they never even mentioned them being together or even showed them together. So now all of a sudden they're together, they're shown together, but it's for her to leave and it's for her to lose a title. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. How in the world are you not being seen or shown together, but now you are, but it's something bad? Because you losing this title and stuff is a bad thing for you, even though you weren't booked well holding it. But it was still bad. You got to lose a title and you didn't even lose because you had a baby. Now everybody's going to blame Big Jim like, oh, Big Jim, he knocked the boots out. They've been a couple for like ever. Why are they just now having a kid now? They've been a couple for like ever, but magically coincidental, it happens when she becomes a champion. What Naomi did has never been done. And then people want to congratulate her promo that she did. That promo made her look ignorant and it made her look stupid. I don't give a shit. You're not taking my shit. Do y'all not know what a black woman stereotype is? You not taking my shit, but you still gave it up and they still took it. So you look stupid, Naomi. How you gonna sit there and say you ain't taking my shit, but you still gave it up and it's still gone? What the fuck? So you really look dumb. I seen when Naomi came out in the beginning of the show, she had sunglasses on, which is proof that they didn't want you to see. The eyes hold the truth. When you could look into someone's eyes, you could tell if they're telling the truth or not. They didn't want you seeing her like that. The girl is hiding. I mean, I just look at it when she was on the Stephanie show. You could look and tell by the way Jimmy and Naomi was acting. This is all for show. This ain't no real pregnancy. They did the same thing to Bianca and Montez. Bianca and Montez, the exact same thing happened. Bianca thought she was pregnant. She thought she was finna have a baby. It was a whole big thing about Bianca having a baby, and what ended up happening. She was not pregnant. Well, guess what? They're doing the same thing to Naomi and Big Jim. Watch later down the road. It comes out that she was not pregnant. Watch. And now Naomi is never going to see that title again. And now nobody points the finger at Mr. H. And nobody points the finger at how he books minorities, because he clearly books them weak as hell and books them like trash. And he, clear as day, pushes those white people way harder. Look how Sami Zayn can come into the ring with the MFTs, literally get protected and be able to say what he want and get the upper hand with help. But you got Jay Uso stepping up to Seth Rollins and his group, and he got to sit in the audience. Come on, man. Why he don't get the protection and help like that? He books them like trash. He books them, and also the older Vince talents. If you're an older Vince talent like an Austin Theory or something, he gonna book you like trash to get rid of you too. Look at the New Day. Book like trash. Look at the Street Profits. Book like trash. Io Sky and her group. Book like trash. All the Hispanic luchadors. Book like trash. Dominic. Book like trash. This is all real. And y'all sit here and say, oh, you're pregnant. And they all believe it when it's just an excuse to write her off so Mr. H don't take the blame for how he know he really treats people. Now everybody's going to blame Jimmy Uso. Again, this dude, Jimmy Uso, is a jobber. He don't get nothing either. Look at Jimmy. This dude is a straight jobber, never gets no type of good booking at all, never gets no good push. But now we're going to talk about him because he's ruining so-called Naomi's career. Again, Mr. Ace doesn't take the blame. Big Jim takes the blame. What a coincidence. This is way too much of a coincidence. What, couldn't even announce it herself. Literally just showed it on the podcast with Stephanie and them. Come on, guys. This woman is not pregnant. This is clearly a work. And I'm going to give y'all, I mean, I could sit here and talk about this for 20 minutes, but I'm finna get off because this video getting kind of long. But another good point is the fact before this whole Naomi stuff was even mentioned, notice that they clear as day show Rhea and Io still together acting like their feud was still continuing. Why in the world would you do that with Rhea and Io when neither one of them are in the world title picture because they lost? But Mr. A still made sure he put time into showing Rhea coming at Io like, yeah, you know, I'm going to beat you, Rhea. You know, yeah, Io, yeah, because you know Rhea never beat her. So you want to make that the big thing. So it just lets you know that they were still going to be in the main event picture before any of the Naomi talk happened. Now watch. Now that Naomi belt is gone, now watch it be like Io, Rhea, and Stephanie in a triple threat for this belt. Watch. So they already let you know ahead of time that that's what it was going to be. They just wasn't going to do no Naomi in a row. Do the same thing in a row. And they didn't want Naomi beating Stephanie to look good. Because if she would have had to go against Stephanie, she obviously would have had to beat her and actually get booked to look strong and good. Naomi hasn't had one strong win since she been champion. Winning in the Money in the Bank ain't really a strong win. We done seen more clean, good, strong wins out of Tiffany Stratton than anything Naomi done. Come on, man. Come on, guys. And now it's finna be back into the same people that what it was about who was just fighting her to begin with. This is clearly not real. Clearly. Now Mr. H can say, hey, look at me. I gave a black woman a title. But you jobbed out Jade Cargill and you written her off. I mean, he literally wrote all the black women off for kayfabe shit. Jade was gone for months for a fake-ass Naomi attack with no footage. Just to come back, just to beef her own friends for nothing instead of them staying together and staying strong. Bianca written off with a fake hands injury, and now Naomi is finna be written off forever for a fake pregnancy. He doesn't want these women on the card. It's to the point where they're only there so he could be like, look, I'm cool with them. This is why he always hugging them and taking pictures with them, to trick you and make you think he really cares about them. But when it really comes down to caring about them, he doesn't. Naomi and Jimmy ain't never got this much attention until now. And it was something that was bad for them. And now watch Jimmy don't get booked. Now, wouldn't that be cool if Naomi lost the title the way she did? But now, like, let me start booking Jimmy good to make up for what Naomi lost. Watch Jimmy still be a jobber, barely be on the card, barely be doing nothing. Watch his career not change one single bit. Y'all got work. And for the ones who didn't get work, shouts out to y'all. Y'all know how to think and read between the lines and stop believing everything the WWE do. They're liars. Just like Unreal. Do not believe that shit. These people will tell you anything. This is a company in debt. They'll do anything to make you believe anything so you keep watching them. Because you know everybody would have been mad as hell Naomi would have lost that title like a Jade lost, which was going to happen. So instead of him taking that heat, let me fake her a pregnancy and get right back to the same old shit. Please hit that like button and subscribe, guys. Please, because, man, I need to bring these videos back.